Good morning. I'm Wyatt Layton, Operations Section Chief with Pacific Northwest Team 3 with your Tuesday update for the Modrite and Wilmot fires. Starting on the Modrite fire up at the north end in our Division Lima, those folks continue to mop up and secure the perimeter and getting some more depth in there, as well as beginning to repair some of the indirect dozer lines around buildings in the town of Inchelium. We did plug in 2 task forces of military assets, hand crews from the military, along with some wildland firefighters to bolster those efforts. They continue to find just a few isolated smokes and heat sources on this north end, and they'll work on that in the coming shifts, as well as continuing the repair. In our division Sierra, just a little bit interior of the Kewah Meteor Road here, those folks will be in again today, as we've mentioned the last several days, mopping up that edge, no burning to do, anything like that, and just getting more depth of cold black so we can feel really secure about that. Again, they have additional assets in there today, and we'll continue that. We still have our large hose lay-in on the north end, as well as around the concentration of structures on the Twin Lakes. Folks have another indirect dozer line here as a contingency, and they've plumbed and tested sprinklers on the north end. That work will continue today. Our night shift has been out, and they reported no issues in this area or the entire fire. In Division Whiskey, on this northwest portion of the fire, they continue mopping up and patrolling what they burned and held over the last several days, getting down to Twin Lakes Road. From Twin Lakes Road yesterday, they brought some fire to the dozer line across Nez Pierce Creek. That all held in place. Night shift was in there last night. From Nez Pierce Creek, they jump over and are on the 81 road. That got prepped by our night crews last night, and today they have a small firing operation to do right here to bring that fire to our control feature so we can mop it up and have a good defendable perimeter. At the same time, they improved road access up to Bearhide Gap and prepped this primary line along Bearhide Ridge, as we're referring to it. Then we move into our Division X-Ray, and Division X-Ray several days ago brought a dozer line very direct down to the 81 road. That's been prepped. They're mopping up this north end. A little bit of firing operation to do to remove the fuels between the fire and our control feature there as they continue to improve the main ridge line. As we move into the headwaters of Falls Creek in Division X-Ray, they open the road system up to get access to a new area inside our primary control feature on the main ridge line, and are evaluating some options to go direct on this horseshoe of fire as direct as possible, utilizing some dozer line, hand line, and road system to the north. So that's our goal for today, is to improve and construct that. Maybe some minor firing operations in there when they're ready for it, if conditions are right. And the rest of X-Ray on this western finger of fire that progressed over Bearhide Ridge, that's been lined and held and mopped up. 2 task forces of military and regular crews are going in between the 2 ends of that to really mop that up and get some depth and secure that. We have masticators working on the Wilmot to Little Twin Road and improving that road system as another control feature. There's a lot of masticators in there, 7 or 8, I believe. So about 3 miles left to go, and we should be done with that fairly soon. We have another contingency group working from Bridge Creek Road down to our Command 8 repeater on the Wilmot Creek Road, and they've worked out most of the way out there at a first pass, removing some of the trees, and they'll work out in the coming days with some removing removing more of the brush to improve that in case it's needed. We don't anticipate that, but as we've mentioned over the last several days, we like to be ahead of the unexpected. There's a couple hand crews and some resources going into the Wilmot Creek to give us another option down there, again removing the brush and the ladder fuels to improve that if we need to use it. Our structure group tested sprinklers and did a little more brushing around some of the improvements and structures down along the Wilmont Creek Road in Division Alpha yesterday. Big news for us and hopefully good news for you all. We were able to finish firing down to Cougar Creek Road from drop point 48 here. That happened yesterday late into the evening. They got a good 800 feet of depth with that burnout last night. Today there'll be a unmanned aerial asset in there, a drone, doing a little bit of firing to further strengthen that line and get some depth in there. We do anticipate a northerly wind this evening, so getting that fuel removed, we'll feel really good about that. We checked the Wilmont fire yesterday, no smokes found. We'll be in there again today doing the same thing. The rest of Alpha looks very good, mopping up, patrolling, and keeping an eye on the improvements interior. Same thing for Hotel all the way back up to Inchelium. Folks are keeping eyes in there. Things look good. Our structure group continues to work interior to the fire and make sure all those homes and structures are secure. So thank you for watching. That concludes our Tuesday update for the Modrite fire.